Yes, morning students. Welcome back to our class that is international business. Today we are going to start with one more new topic that is trade and international business. What do you mean by trade? Trade is nothing but it's a combination of three centers. That means United States, which consists of Mexico, USA, and Canada. The US part, the European Unions, the countries which are coming in the European Unions like Italy, Germany, France, UK, and some other countries, and the Japan. So all these three countries has become a center, three centers dominating the world economy by the name trade and international business, are somewhere broadly known as North America, totally Western, that means Europe and Japan. These three peoples countries are there where they are taking the international business. So two drivers of the globalization are there in this. One is the foreign direct investment (FDI) and trade. So the trade nations like USA, European Union, and Japan. These are the three major trading and investment blocks in the international arena. What they are? They are the blocks, three international blocks where they are using or running the business. That means United States business, European Unions, and Japan. Now, other countries moving into the arena of international business like China, establishing itself as a major players. Other countries like Australia, Brazil, Canada, India, Mexico, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Netherlands, and Spain. So this is just introduction about this. Now, what are the three blocks of trade? The three blocks of trades are United States, European Unions, and Japan. These blocks altogether is known as trade. Now, we'll have some small introduction about trade. Over the last decade, international business activities has increased dramatically, especially among the trade nations. So the foreign direct investment and trade are at on all-time high. However, the most active economics of the European Union, especially Germany, France, and the UK and Italy, are there. So now, how the economic is building up in the trade. The trade nations dominate the world trade and investment, and a great deal of these activities takes place both among the trade nations. For example, the US and Japan do approximately $210 billion of trade annually. The US and European Union account for an 380 billion of trade, and the European Union and the Japan together both do the business of $120 billion of business annually. It's not a small amount, it's a very big amount. Now, we'll go for next, that is the trade and regional business strategy. See, multinational companies or enterprises pursue market opportunities within their own trade as well as that of the other members. So, what is happening? The global business or the international business is expanding, and the nature of the international business is regional, not global. For example, Walmart has 94.5% of sale in its own country like North America, and only about 20% of Walmart stores are located in outside the North America. But the business is expanding. The people are come to know what by Walmart, DMart. It is expanding. By seeing this, it is an example for creating the business for other companies or sources. Next, the cluster of trades are foreign direct investment. FDI means foreign direct investment. Why the investment of the foreign peoples are there in other countries? To bring the trade to explore the business in the world or international level. So a group of developing countries like usually located in the same geographical region as trade members and having some of the form of economic link to these members. Like the US tends to be the dominant investor in Latin America, countries such as Mexico, Brazil, and other part. The European trends dominant investors in Eastern Europe and countries like the Czech Republic, Poland, and other are the FDI cluster. Now, FDI, that means what are the, just we'll discussion about the foreign, how does it mean? So FDI investment is there. So what are the reasons for direct foreign direct investment? Foreign direct investments are nothing but equity funds which are invested in other nations. What will happen? Ownership will be there. Ownership and control of foreign assets will be there. In practice, FDI involves the ownership as well as whole or partial of a company in foreign country known as a foreign subsidiary. Because of that, those people who are investing to hold the ownership of the goods or control of the foreign assets. Next, forms of equity investments. What do you mean by forms of equity investment? They are going to purchase of an ongoing company instead of starting from scratch. Joint venture, complete own enterprises, portfolio investment. So the purpose of financial securities in other firms for realizing a financial gain when these marketable assets are sold. Next, reasons for ownership position in control of foreign assets. So what does it mean? What the peoples who are investing the foreign direct investment in other countries, what is the benefit for them? Those are, that means increase of sales and profit. So the company's smaller economics look outside of their home boundaries. Like example, Dutch sell 60%, BP, Nestle, all these are the things. Then thousands of smaller firms earn bulk of revenue. Small firms or organizations can also earn in bulk. The global markets offer more intensive opportunities than domestic market. Yes. So what has happened? Sometimes what will happen? The business will be more, or the market incentives will be more opportunities in the other countries rather than domestic country. For example, the people's the manufacturers of Ford car. If I take an example, so it has been manufactured in some foreign countries, but the market of India and China, those people are purchasing more and more because the population is more and the demand is more. So they are getting the opportunities of gaining more profits. So because of FDI money, because they invest the money, because of trade, because of international business, the other countries are claiming more and more business from other countries. Then it reduces the cost. Reducing cost means, like first, multinational companies achieve the lower cost by entering into foreign markets. That means they'll give with very cheap cost, they'll start selling their products. Then labor will be cheap. The rules and regulations are more relaxed than home turf. So the labor expensive, high in wages represent a significant portion of overall the cost of M&A's best options. See what is happening. If I'm a person who is working in America, he will as a salesman, the company should have to pay him some $10,000 or $8,000, $5,000 per month. A good manager. If the same manager, if he has recruited from India, no need to pay him 5,000. If he's that means if he's ready to pay $1,000 or $2,000, that is enough for him, because the currency value is different. That's the reason many people are investing in that cheap or low cost countries where the labor can be get easily at the cheaper cost, and the products can also be manufactured with low cost, and it should be a good margin in the market. Then second one is the material. That means important cost factor is material. See, if material is in short supply or must be conveyed a long distance, then it is less expensive to move production close to the source of supply than to the import material. See, if I want to manufacture a product, if have to purchase the some raw materials from other countries, it is going to consume some time, some efforts, and some amount. But if I invest my money and nearby to that material, if I invest my manufacturing unit, it will be easy. I can save that all the time, money, efforts, cost, everything. So here the cost is reducing, whereas I can manufacture the product and I can sell into the market. Next is energy. That means critical cost factor for reducing the cost is energy. If domestic cost of energy, that means power, for making the product is high, company forced to move production, set up operations overseas near source of cheaper energy. So every company needs the energy, power, electrician, power supply. So at the sea level, if you are manufacturing, we need less power consumption. Next, fourth one is the transportation. See, the logistics plays an important and become a major concern to for most of the organizations around the world due to incurring cost. So the worldwide use these four reasons to classify or justify among the assembling corporations other than countries. Next one is to protect the domestic market. How you are going to protect the domestic market? To protect the domestic market, FDI is used to is entering into the market and is protecting the domestic market. How? To attack potential competitors and prevent them by expanding overseas, and to provide the employment to those domestic country peoples. Then justifying by competition, that means likely to enter foreign markets is busy defending its home market. Protect positioning of the product. These are the things how you can do it. Next one is protect foreign investment. That means protect foreign market. See, for protecting foreign market, FDI used to protect foreign markets via investing the heavy to upgrade its station and increase its market share. It is going so by investing huge amount, it is attracting the market. Then acquire technological and managerial knowledge. See, you know, most of the operations come close to competition, and somehow you know that because of their research and development facilities like Japan, they are more in the upgraded technology and they are into the market. Not only that, using this strategy, they make it easier to monitor the competition and to recruit scientists from local universities and competitive laboratories. So the company has internationally known scientists to help attract experienced colleagues from leading Japanese companies. Not only that, recruiting young graduates from the host universities. Then the trade, that means foreign direct investments and trade by trade members. So FDI cluster is there. There are a group of developing countries usually located in the same geographical regions as a trade member and having some form of economic link to this member. Trade countries have also become major investors in poorer nations. So they are acquiring the market. The United Nations Center of Transnational Corporations reports that triad members accounted for 40% of the FDI and 25% of 37 developing countries. The last one, the triads and the regional business strategies. So what are the things are here? If you see here, next one, this the automobile industry, triad economics, mergers. This is one example of international airport of trade. Now, here if you see here, what is happening? Trade activity and the automobile industries. Activity. What is the trade activity in the automobile industry? Let's have a look. What is happening here? Auto industries in US, auto industries in Europe and European Union, in Japan, and worldwide auto industries there. Economics. Coming to the economics slowed down after 1998. So the US, European Union, Japan, Germany, and everywhere else, economics taking long. So the companies needed capital for expansion, could not receiving things. So competition increased, new suppliers and products in the market. Next one is mergers and acquisitions. The mergers and acquisition is taking place in the worldwide. See, the trade members' consent for the economics does not need trade for FDI or between them has declined. Because as the investment is less, but the work is more, so they got merged. All these three countries merged and got acquisition, and they are sharing their shares and they invested not a huge amount, and the investment, because of the investment, they are working together and they are working a lot, and they are sharing their profits. So they are all together investment will become a huge investment, and in the poor countries they are investing and getting in bulk with low cost of the labor. They are making so many big equipments, tools, materials, machines, and they are selling to the high price into the market. So the trade members concern about the economics about $700 billion worth of business between them. So not they are separated groups but three interrelated groups. So a relaxed requisitions result in influx of the foreign multinational companies or enterprises. So the mergers takes place because to make the position of foreign base strong. These are the reason why it has been taking place. So now I hope students you understand the topic of the trade and international business. Please mention your roll numbers in the comment box. Have a nice day. Thank you.